Bam-ba-dam, wham-ba-loop-a-doop. Yo, this one's going to be a bit interesting and different. Second one I'm recording today, as you can see from the same exact getup and lighting time of day. Because the lighting's all the same. I use the same settings and everything, but it's the same time of day. So I have my blue blockers on as the last one because I'm doing two right in a row. This is going to be a bit different because I'm going to be musing. I'm just going to be like rattling off, no preparation. I just sat and was like, what could I say that would be helpful to people trying to build a life on their own terms that is custom to them, that they love? What could I say that you guys would find helpful? and I came up with a topic, and I liked the topic, but it's kind of nebulous. Like, I mean, it's a specific topic, but like I haven't formed my thoughts around it. So I'm kind of going to be thinking out loud here, which is going to be, it might come out really badly. I might just be spewing out words that don't mean anything, but I don't think I will be. So I think it'll all make sense. I think it'll be helpful. If you do, smash the like button, destroy the like button, and let's get going. So the topic I'm going to talk about is you're the one standing in your way. And what I mean by that is, with my goals recently, I found out, got to fucking turn my phone off. Stop it. I love you, friends, but not now. Okay. I'm in a Snapchat group, and I think they're replying. So, I have goals recently, especially with my love and sex life. Like, I have goals. Like, I want my love and my sex life and my dating life to be in a particular place, and that means I have to put myself out there, right? And not only do I have to put myself out there, but I have to allow what I want to come to me. Now, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean? Allow myself to receive what I want. I hesitate to use those words because they're used by the airy-fairy bullshit spiritual self-improvement people, right? And when I say airy-fairy bullshit spiritual self-improvement people, I used to be one of them, and not everything they say is wrong. It's just I don't like the narrative of like, oh, the universe is just going to give you everything you want if you just put your vibration in the right place, and everything's amazing and nothing's hard. And it's just like, oh man, like, are you serious? Like, I'm more of a stoic. I think a stoic mindset is more. I think you can have your head in the clouds as long as your feet are on the ground. And it bothers me when people just have their head in the clouds, but they have no grounding in reality whatsoever. I really like stoic philosophies because in the stoic worldview, the world throws everything at you. It throws the good, it throws the bad. Amazing shit happens, bad shit happens. It's random, right? And that's a lot more accurate to reality. You can kind of have a lens. You can like see the world through a rosy lens, and that's a choice you can make. And can be like, well, everything that happens to me, even it's always good. Nothing bad ever happens to me. And like, don't get me wrong, the bad things that happen to you, you can transmute that into a good thing. Like, if like, say your tire goes flat on the way to a really important meeting and you end up losing the job, well, there can be silver lining in that. That can be like, oh, well, now I understand how important it is to make sure that I slow down in a construction zone. I'm never going to make that mistake again. That's a good learning experience. Or like, now, oh man, like that sucks, but now I know I'm going to come out of this experience more resilient because this experience really sucked, but that helps me see that I'm more resilient, that even though I completely wrecked this opportunity, now I am in a position where I know I can lose an opportunity and still be okay. And so I'm not as afraid of losing opportunities in the future. I know how that feels. So like, there's a lot of benefit that can come out from really horrible things, but you're really hurting yourself when you try to ignore and kind of be like, oh, yay, everything's amazing about life. It's like, well, no, bad shit happens. Things happen that you don't want to happen. That's just part of life. I like that worldview of life throws everything at you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. and it's your job to take it all and make a soup with it and make that soup taste amazing. You could fucking quote me on that if you want. So okay, so that's the preamble. That's why I don't like using some of the phrases that are traditionally used with the people who are just, yay, everything's amazing, head in the clouds, just think of your life and it will happen, but not boots on the ground, let's make it happen, let's actually get our hands dirty and take action. I think you need both. You definitely need both. And this concept is one of the concepts that has to do with a mindset. That is like kind of putting your head in the clouds, but like in a good way, right? And so the idea is make yourself ready to receive what you want. And what I mean by that, like with my dating goals, I have in the past year there have been several instances where I've been dating this girl. I've seen her a couple times. Things are going really well. We've had amazing sex, and she really likes me, and I really like her. And then I get mad at something stupid and push her away, right? And that's my own bullshit, right? I'm kind of being vulnerable here, and I think it'll be. I hope it'll be received well. But I wanna be more open on this channel because I know that creates a stronger bond between us, and that helps you trust me more because you see me as a person, not as like some perfect being that's like trying to appear perfect, like some stupid fucking persona. I'm not a persona. I'm a person, and I'm here to tell you about my life and the lessons I've learned and the philosophies that I'm building to help you build a life that you want for yourself. So I have to be vulnerable. I have pushed girls away for stupid fucking reasons. And that is me. And I distilled it down recently. I realized with the help of a group that I'm in, an accountability group, self-improvement group, helped me realize that I do now. I'm building that. I did not believe I was good enough to have what I wanted. And so out of a sense of like, oh, you don't deserve this, Joe. Let me completely tear up this opportunity to have an amazing relationship. It's like, fuck that. Like, you don't deserve this, Joe. It's like, no, I fucking do. Like, I'm an awesome person. And so I had to like really confront my feelings about not deserving what I wanted. And that's a huge part of getting what you want is taking action. But another huge part is not getting in your own way. Is allowing yourself to receive what you want. If you don't allow yourself to receive it, like once you allow yourself to receive it, things are a lot easier. I know that with a place to live, for instance. I was homeless for a couple days in Medellin, Colombia, because I was getting, I talked about this a lot, I was getting support from my family because they're like, why are you going to college? We'll pay for your room and board. And I decided to drop out of college and travel the world. So my dad's like, okay, well, I'm not supporting you anymore. And so I ended up being homeless for 2 days in Colombia, which was not a good place to be homeless. And I made many financial planning mistakes, which of course I regret because it was scary as fuck to be homeless in the middle of a country like that. It's not as safe as America. It's not like war zone dangerous, but it's dangerous. Like people will try to like mug you and steal your shit on the street pretty often. They actually made it illegal for two dudes to ride on a motorcycle because what will happen is they'll stop at a stop sign and one of them will get off, point a gun at you, and ask for your wallet and phone, and then ride off on the motorcycle. So now what happens is that a girl drives and it's a girl and a guy do it. I'm a girl drive where the guy drive. A girl and a guy do it. Like it's illegal for a guy and a guy to ride on a motorcycle, so now girls and guys ride on a motorcycle and do a Bonnie and Clyde thing. So yeah, it wasn't a great place to be. I mean, nowhere is a great place to be homeless, but it wasn't a great place to be homeless. But like, I did a lot of mindset stuff. Like I knew I had a horrible mindset about money for a lot of reasons. Not most of which I haven't even talked about. I'll probably go into them at some point. Talk about my emotional baggage around money, but I had a lot of baggage around money and a lot of baggage around having a safe home. My home for a lot of my childhood was unsafe. After my parents' divorce, my dad did not have much money and my mom was struggling as well. And I kept bouncing around. Like my mom would move and my dad would move several times every few months or every year, every couple years, they'd move somewhere else in Northern California. They'd each move. So I was like a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, but each place was moving. So it was almost like I was a ping pong or like a pinball bouncing around a pinball machine, and the pinball machine was my parents' houses in Northern California, from mom to dad to mom to dad, but like each of them were moving around. So it was like kind of just bouncing around all over the place, mostly within Davis, California, but also within a couple other cities in California. And then my parents kicked me out since I was very angry, and I started to get very angsty and lash out at this chaotic home life, and they put me in a group home. So it was pretty chaotic upbringing, a lot of emotional baggage that I've been working through. But one of the emotional baggage parts was I didn't feel like I deserved to have a safe home life. And so I would sabotage my rent. Instead of paying rent, I'd buy something else for myself. I would do stupid things to make myself like nervous and like almost sabotage my home, almost sabotage my rent, or the safety of my home, or like my relationship with my roommates when I had roommates. I would do stupid things to make my home life unsafe because I didn't feel like I deserved to have a safe home life. But over time and meditating and journaling and really working on myself, I ended up feeling comfortable and happy in I love my house. I love this apartment, and I pay rent on time always. And if there's an issue where I can't pay rent, I'll find a way to borrow money from a friend or talk to the leasing officer and be like, hey, can I pay you guys a week late? I know it's inconvenient, but I'm going to have the money in a week. Is that okay with you? And you can evict me in a week if you want to, or something. Like I find a way to like make it safe for me, and it's really helped me out. Like that figuring out why I was getting in my own way, why I didn't feel like I deserved what I wanted to deserve, allowed me to get out of my own way and to receive what I wanted. I still had to work on it. I still had to take action. I still had to like do things like meditate, like journal, like all these things. But I ended up getting in a good place where I feel safe in my own home. And it took years. So, moral of the story is, if you feel like you're getting in your own way, if you see yourself sabotaging yourself, like I said, like there's so many ways you can. With rent in particular, I would see that rent was coming up and I'd use my money on something else. Or in relationships, if I was really getting close to a girl or really starting to like a girl, I would get mad at her for being 5 minutes late and push her away and be like, no, I don't want to see you again. And like I would reject her even though I liked her. And I was just finding stupid reasons to protect myself from having a good relationship. So work through your emotional bullshit and get to a place where you feel you deserve what you want, because it's amazing. And the world will be sunshine and rainbows. So hope this helped you. If it did, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Share with friends, and I'll see you in the next one.